Hey collective, it's Anne-Marie. Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the women and men that are like mothers to people. Happy Mother's Day to all my pet parents out there. I hope you're all doing well. I was guided to obviously do my bananas, strawberries, and grapes and have a little brunch with my ancestors. I don't say picnic, because if you know the history of the word picnic, you may not want to use it anymore. It's a rabbit hole, not for the faint heart, about the history of picnic and the history of going out to eat after people go to church and what they used to do to people. But anyway, I digress. We have a less than $2 power drink here. Our cucumbers, lemon, and lime. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So we're doing this for the ancestors today. I wanted to share a really quick download before I pull the cards out and start to do a reading. What is it about bananas, grapes, and strawberries that taste so good? Well, on my way here, I heard this song from, the group back in the 80s, Heart. I heard a download. And so the song was, what about love? Don't you want someone to care about you? What about love? So it was What About Love by the group Heart. It was back in the 80s. A great song. I actually knew two girls that were cousins that I used to think were the young versions of Heart. And interestingly enough, one of them, Nikki, became a rock star, if you will. Lucid Fly is their group. But anyway, it feels good to get this DNA here, drinking this and eating. So the download, the message I got was that there's a person, whether they're an ops, a karmic, or whoever they are to you. This is collective, so this was just the download that I got. That this person, or possibly people, have done everything they can, but what is the answer? Whether it's love spells, other binding spells or work, smearing your name, disengaging you, or whatever it is they've done while you distance yourself from them. Like someone's really upset that you distance yourself or that you're no longer a part of something. And they've done everything they can possibly to harm you or to make you feel less than or not, cared about or whatever. And it's starting to, obviously, we know what happens when you go against people, right? Especially when it's unwarranted. It comes back as karma, right? These individuals or person are starting to slowly realize that the karma that they're experiencing is what they've done to you, right? And the thing is that there's only one answer that will solve a lot of people's problems. One answer, one thing. It's love. It's love. Now, I've already heard when I was talking to Spirit about this download, because I asked questions back and forth about it, and Spirit was like, well, people are going to say, well, I'm not going to love my abuser. This isn't about loving your abuser, or even for some of you, forgiving the people that harmed you. That's a you thing. That's something that you need to work through. This is about loving yourself enough to heal and grow. Okay, so for that part of it, no one's telling you to heal or to love your abuser and all those things. That it's when everything calls for love. And these individuals are doing everything but enacting the energy and the power of love. The reason being, for some of them, is because looking at things from a loving standpoint means that they have to look at themselves from a loving standpoint, and some of them just can't come to terms with what they've done or things they've experienced in their life. And so they may have always known a certain path or always dealt with certain people that were conniving, backstabbing, always doing their magical shit behind grounds. They had, they probably have a lot of motherhood wounds, a lot of fatherhood wounds for some of them. The men have a lot of motherhood wounds that they haven't healed. That's why you see like men coming against women in the community or in groups or in family or things like that. It's the motherhood wounds is, Love is too hard for so many people, because love requires not only looking at ourselves and what we need to heal in our own life to bring love, energy, and vibration of love into our life, but to also, it's just a lot. Love requires us to look at ourselves, and a lot of people have been hurt in the name of love. And love doesn't hurt. Now, it may hurt when we try to love ourselves, because loving ourselves isn't easy sometimes, right? Loving ourselves is making difficult choices, setting boundaries, saying no when we've always said yes, speaking up when we've always been silent. Loving ourselves is not allowing people to play in our face, is removing us from situations or even away from people that we felt we've loved or been connected to our entire lives, or for moments that meant a lot to us. However, love is always the answer. And I know a lot of you watch me believe that as well. And some of you may not even give a shit about the karmics or, these people, false prophets or practitioners or whoever the fuck they are, family members, old friends that don't lead with love. You're like, I don't give a fuck about them. That's okay. No one's saying you have to. It's just giving you a little insight that love has been so painful that a lot of people don't know what true, authentic love looks like. And I didn't. Hell, I didn't until I loved myself. I had no idea what real love looked like. Love that wasn't conditional. Love that wasn't contractual. Authentic love. And it took me to love myself first, to truly learn how to love myself. And that was a challenge. That was hard. Because like I said, loving ourselves is accepting parts of ourselves that we may not like, or healing parts of us, of a timeline that we made choices that were from an unhealed place or a traumatic place. So on this beautiful Sunday, just remember that when we lead with love and our intentions are pure, things always work out in our favor. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer. Some people try to take the elevator to heal. The elevator to healing. Like, there's no easy way. And on the outside, it may look like people are doing really well and the material things are there. So you're like, oh man, they skipped all these corners, cut all these corners, and did all these people dirty and did all kinds of magic or did all kinds of foul shit to get to the top. And on the outside, they have the money, the cars. They pretend like they're happy. There's no elevator to healing. There's no elevator to learning to love ourselves. We have to take the stairs. And sometimes there aren't even any stairs. There's no direction. How do I even start to love myself? And that's when we appreciate when it rains, so that we can add rain to the dirt around us and build our own steps to our own healing. There's a lot of thousands, millions of people out there can have programs on how to love yourself and how to do this and how to do that. Only you know the best route for you. Only you know the stairs you need to build for your path. And that's why it takes a little bit longer. When you do it authentically, when you do it from a good, honest place, the healing path, it may take some time. Don't compare yourselves to what you think is growth in other people and where you should be at in your life. Look at me, I'm 50 and I'm just starting to live. I'm 50. I started a couple years ago, but it's been a long road. There's a lot of challenges, a lot of learning opportunities in my path that have made me stronger. But never compare yourself, because you, my friend, are building your own steps and taking your own stairs for your own path and what you need to do for you. I hope you're healthy and happy and full of joy. I truly, truly do. May you love. May you love, 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 love. And be loved. Heal so you don't harm not only other people, but yourself.